All right, we should be live.
We should be.
We should be live. I don't know if we are.
I see us.
You see us? Hi, guys.
There we go.
Whoa, well, looky there. What a handsome bunch of people. I am excited to be here, frankly, with you guys. And whoever is watching out there in Twitch land, is that a real place? Probably not. But they could talk to us, and that's what's really scary. But I want to start out. You have signed up for a game show here on the Polymedia 2024 charity live stream, raising money for suicide prevention. Okay, so before we do anything else, know that you should donate money throughout the course of this event to ease your guilty conscience from whatever else things you're doing in your life. Okay, it's gonna absolve you of all your sins and make you a better person. So that's the first thing that I want to say. The second thing that I want to say is my name is Kevin, and we're gonna be playing a game show called Kevdora's Box. All right, now that's going to be the name of the game show, just as exciting as you can imagine. But before we get to any of the details of that, I'm going to let the teams introduce themselves by first, A, saying their names, and then B, saying their team names so that we can get to know them.
Oh, God.
You guys go first. Caleb, you go first.
All right, who's on my team? It's Top, right?
Top is on your team.
That's right.
Yes, you've
All
been
right.
drafted.
I'm Caleb, and I'm here. I'll let you pick the name, Top. You
No.
go.
It's Team Summit because that's already been predetermined.
Okay, Team Summit.
Summit.
Team Summit.
And I am Top. I'm on the internet under Top Spot 123. I do a little bit of content creation, but mostly I just hang out with these guys.
Okay, all right. And we've got Michelle, Petey, and Burgerchamp. What is A, tell us a little bit about yourselves, and B, what is your team name?
Burger, you go first.
I'm Burgerchamp. I am not very present on the internet. Basically, just in the Polykill Discord. Well, several Discords. That's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let Michelle say the name of our team.
Yes, I'm Michelle, also known as Petey. And our team is the Benny Gesserit. It popped up on the screen as I said it because you guys can't see it. But we have scores now, so I'll be keeping score. And Team Summit is Caleb and Top, so yay.
Yay.
Scores.
Yeah. And they Gesserit.
Gesserit.
Gesserit. Got it. Hard on the zzz. Got it. All right. I like double Z's.
Gesserit.
Okay, now it's getting sneaky up in here. Okay. All right. Well, now let me tell you a little bit about how Kevdora's box works. Now, it's a little bit like Pandora's box. You really never know what's going to come out of it. But we're going to work it like a sort of a normal game show trivia sort of thing. We're going to go back and forth between teams. They'll pick a category they'd like a question from. Now, each category only has 3 questions. So if one team's really good at a category, they can't just, run the whole game. Okay? So we'll go back and forth 2 rounds. Totally normal. Just questions. Then, every 3rd round of the game, we're going to open up Kevdora's box. All right. Every time I got to do the hand gesture now. Kevdora's box. And you guys are going to get a challenge of some kind. That's the best word I can think of describing it other than just wacky nonsense that I came up with. Okay?
Okay.
Now, on your questions, if you get a question correct, you get 10 points. Flat out. That's it. No more, no less. Now, these challenges, you could score up to 20 points on these challenges, or maybe you didn't do so good, you could get all the way down to 5 points. That's your good job for just trying, okay? 5 to 20 point range on these challenges, okay? So that's where you're going to land on that. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, well, how do we get these challenges graded? It's me. It's me. I'm going to do it. It's going to just be subjective and probably unfair, frankly.
Great. Jake Paul is going to win all the challenges.
Now, I don't like his beard very much, if I'm honest. So, but that's all there is to it. We're gonna start in. I have a official coin here. Now I'm gonna let Top Spot. You're gonna be calling it, and you can decide whether you want to go first or not. It doesn't really matter. But give me a heads or tails.
You got it. Heads.
And it is, it's heads. You won the coin toss. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. You won the coin toss. So
Sweet.
you will be able to.
The only thing I'll win.
Yes, that's going to be it. So now, do you want to go first, or would you like to?
Caleb, you want to go?
Yeah, let's
I
get
think-
this pain
let's do it.
train
Yeah.
going.
All right, here we
Let's
go.
go.
Now, the categories for questions this evening are chemistry, video game history, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, and slang terms from the 1930s. All right, those are our categories. So you can pick a question from any of those.
I don't like any of those, Top, but
I
I'll let you
think
go.
we got to go with the obvious easiest one, chemistry.
Oh God, is that the obvious easiest one? All right, all right.
All right, jumping right in. Chemistry. Okay, either one of you have a background in chemistry, maybe?
I think there's a lot of chemistry going on right now. That's what I think.
Ooh,
Ooh, spicy.
I know.
Nice.
You know, this is the after dark version of the stream. You know what I'm
I'm also
saying?
wrong
All right.
about pretty much everything in life, so I wouldn't.
Me too.
I wouldn't
bud,
buy
me
into that.
too.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, question number one to Team Summit here is going to be, what type of chemical bond involves the sharing of electron pairs between atoms? Is it A, ionic bond, B, covalent bond, C, hydrogen bond, D, metallic bond?
I think it's ionic, right?
It's either ionic or covalent. But
I'll
I
give you
don't
the question
remember which.
again.
Yeah.
What type of chemical bond involves the sharing of electron pairs between atoms? Is it ionic bond, A, B, covalent bond, C, hydrogen bond, or D, metallic bond?
See, the fact that he's repeating it makes me
No,
worry that we got it
pairs.
wrong.
No, I always do.
Pairs. Got it.
Covalent.
Covalent pair. That's kind of,
Covalent.
yep. I think
Covalent.
you're right. He's being nice to us.
Yeah.
Okay, is that your final
That
answer?
is my final answer.
And for 10 points, answer B, covalent bond is correct.
Whoop whoop.
All right. So, wow, you guys right off Team Summit on the board. I'm impressed. I enjoyed
All
what
right,
you
it's
did
been
there.
fun, guys. Thanks.
Game over.
Peace out.
You've got another hour of this.
Oh crap.
All right. So,
Great.
let's jump over to Team Bene Gesserit.
Mm.
Okay. And I'm going to give you your categories because I'm sure you haven't memorized them. You might.
Yeah.
Burger might have. He's one of those memorizing types. But I'm going to give them to you again. Chemistry, video game history, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, slang terms from the 1930s.
Movies, Burger?
Let's do it.
Movies.
Okay, so movies from the 80s.
Yes,
All
please.
right. I feel like you guys are. This is toss up. It's easy. Okay.
Uh-huh.
In Blade Runner,
Oh.
1982, Deckard is tasked with retiring replicants,
Uh-huh.
but a powerful speech by a replicant named Roy Batty has become iconic. Who improvised the famous line, "All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in the rain"?
Hmm.
Was it A, Harrison Ford, B, Sean Young, C, Rutger Hauer, or D, Edward James Olmos?
Could you pick an easier question?
Right.
I'm
Even
just.
I
Yes,
knew
I
this
could
one.
have.
The answer is Rutger Hauer. I don't even need Burger for this. As Burger already knew the answer before you even asked it. It is Rutger Hauer. I'm giving myself 10 points. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Note taken. Harder questions.
No,
Okay,
no,
all right.
just Blade
just
Runner.
for
Blade
them.
Runner is my jam.
Just all questions about Rutger Hauer, but very, very specific.
All right.
And I've heard
okay.
of some of those people.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. So everybody's on the board. That's 10-10 at the
Mhm.
moment. All right. Let's jump into round 2. Now, Team Summit, you can pick from the categories chemistry, video game history, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, and slang terms from the 1930s.
I don't know. You want to try the video game history one?
Let's do it. I figure that's the only one to stand a chance at.
All right, great.
All right, video game history. Which arcade game released in 1981, was the first to feature a protagonist with a narrative backstory, later named Jumpman, but eventually known by a much more iconic name? Was it A, Pac-Man, B, Mario Bros, C, Donkey Kong, or D, Space Panic? Let me give you that question again.
Okay.
Which arcade game, released in 1981, was the first to feature a protagonist from a narrative backstory later named Jumpman, but eventually known by a much more iconic name? Was it A, Pac-Man, B, Mario Bros, C, Donkey Kong, or D, Space Panic?
Could you make
Gotta
all the
say it like
answers
that.
in a cool name, in a cool way like that? Yeah, that helps. That helps.
Pac-Man.
Dang it! Oh crap! Now I'm confused. Yeah, Donkey Kong, man. Donkey Kong.
Donkey
it is.
Kong.
You down? Is that fine? Are you sure that's fine answer?
Final
Donkey Kong.
answer. Donkey Kong. Sorry, Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it is in fact Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
That is right. All right, so that's 10 points. Man, you guys are just
Yeah.
on fire. All right, Team Summit, you're up 10, but you know what? I feel like Team Bene Gesserit is gonna be bringing the heat on this one. All right, so you guys can pick, of course, between those categories, which again are chemistry, video game history, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays, and musicals in slang terms from the 1930s.
Burger, please
They
choose.
want Broadway plays.
Oh yeah. Let's go for one of the harder ones.
Yeah.
Let's do the slang from the 30s.
I like 30s
Slang.
movies. I love pre-code movies. Let's do this.
All right, okay. We're going slang terms of the 1930s. All right. What does the 1930s slang term 23 skidoo mean? A, to leave quickly or to get out of a situation. B, to flirt with someone. C, to argue or fight. Or D, to look for a hidden treasure. It's not that one. I might be cheating a little bit, but I could not laugh at that one. All right, let me give that to you again. What does the 1930s slang term 23 skidoo mean? A, to leave quickly or to get out of a situation. B, to flirt with someone. C, to argue or fight. Or D, to look for hidden treasure.
I would say A.
I believe it's A as well.
Yeah.
I think it's A as well.
Yeah. I don't know what the 23 means, though. That's just kind of weird, but whatever. I don't know. Maybe something happened
You
in
sure you don't want to
1923.
like just try it out in like a phrase or something?
It
or
had
you
something
just
to do
want
with DNA before DNA was discovered.
That's not true.
so you guys are locking in on A, right? So
Yeah.
it's going to be
Yeah, we're locking
to
in.
leave quickly or to get out of a situation, and that is in fact correct.
Yes.
You have that is what 23 skidoo means.
That's
don't
where you
know.
send your DNA sample to track down your deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
I've
Went out
actually
for
looked into that
cigarettes.
before, and I don't think anyone knows the origin of that term. I think some people think it has to do with like a street, the 23rd Street, and something in New York, but I don't think anyone actually knows the origin. Unless you're going to tell us, Kevin. Do you know the origin?
No idea. I just trivia guy. No idea.
Good.
I have no real knowledge. All right, so we are officially at 20-20, and that means that we have reached our first opening of Kevdora's box.
Knit.
All right, so Team Summit. Here is your challenge. Okay, you are going to give me a 1-minute elevator pitch for a movie crossover between an iconic horror movie franchise and an iconic non-Marvel or Star Wars Disney franchise. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to give you that again, you have to give me a 1 minute. This is the expression that I was really hoping for, Petey. Once the box was open and people saw what they were signed up for. All right. So you got to give me a 1 minute elevator pitch for a movie crossover between an iconic horror movie franchise and an iconic Disney franchise that's not Marvel or Star Wars, okay? I'm going to grade you based off of A, creativity, and B, what I think the real world box office potential of this crossover film is. You have the potential to earn 5 to 20 points.
Okay. Do we just go? Are you going to give us a countdown? Are you going to build this up at all? Because
Oh, yeah.
I need more time to think. Are you
I'll
going
give you a little time to think,
Okay,
all right?
okay.
So,
I
hold on.
got
I'm
a
just gonna-
title if you could riff on it.
Okay, yes.
How about Freaky Friday the 13th, and then Jason and his mom trade places.
That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, run with
Jason and his mom trade places. I don't.
Timer
Right.
starts now. 1 minute.
Oh God. Just you go first because I don't know much about either of those movies.
He's like, that's so good, but I know nothing.
I love a pun. All right, that's all I needed.
It was a normal day in the Voorhees household until Jason and his mother got into an argument.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I was never born, said young Jason. And well, sometimes I wish you weren't either, said Mrs. Voorhees. And then all of a sudden, zap, they've switched places. How will they go through the day? Go, Caleb.
Oh, now Jason's mom, who has historically been very anti-murder, now all of a sudden has to do all the murdering. Oh, this is wacky.
Wacky.
Oh man. So Jason's mom has to go to school, do all this murdering, blah 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 blah, and come home and then do some homework. Boo. Okay, you're next.
Meanwhile, Jason has
I think that's your 1 minute.
Go to the grocery store.
Because I go to the grocery store.
I think I'm going to stop you before you get to the grocery store. I think you reached the pinnacle. Okay, tell me what the title was again.
Freaky Friday the 13th.
Okay, all right.
That's 20 points right there.
You know, I gotta say, I'm kind of seeing the vision. All right, I like the title a lot. Okay, I'm seeing the vision a little bit. I'm actually seeing it as an animated movie. Okay, not live action, not the, kind of the Jamie Lee Curtis or even the horror movies, like an animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be really fun. Okay, I gotta say, you kind of lost me around the part where it was yada yada going to the grocery store. I was like, okay, maybe this isn't a 20. But I think this is a solid 12 points. I think
officially you cut us off before Top started the grocery store.
Now you're gonna make me do
That's
math.
Oh,
Yeah. I can do intervals of 5 if it's easier. We'll give 15.
No,
How about
I'll do
No,
math.
50.
I'll do
Thanks,
math.
Michelle.
that? All right, we're landing on 12 with that one. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
All right,
Um,
I'm happy with that. I'm happy.
So that was Pandora's Box for you guys. Now we're going to move over to Team Benny Wits. Okay. I'm going to tell you what you have to do, and then I'll let you decide who wants to do it. You have to obviously do this as a team. But I'm going to give one of you, the other has to cover their eyes or look away or whatever, a 2-word phrase. Okay. And the other person, the person that has seen the word, will say it phonetically backwards to help them figure out what the phrase is. That's the clue that you can give to help them figure it out. So, for example, if the phrase was horsepower, you might say something like "Riop es hora." Okay? So you've got to say it backwards phonetically. You don't actually say the phrase backwards, but the words phonetically backwards. Okay?
Okay.
This is great.
Okay. All right, and you'll have about a minute to figure it out.
Okay.
So, who would like the phrase and who would like to turn around?
Burger, I nominate you to figure this out for me. You're better at reading
Figure it
me.
out, you say it and I figure it out? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hold this paper up.
I'm looking away from the screen.
See the phrase. Can you see the phrase?
Yeah.
And thumbs up, you got what the phrase is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start the timer whenever you say it's time to go.
The phrase gone or
The phrase is gone. You can
yeah.
look up now. You
Okay.
can look up out.
Guys, we could have said no, and he would have had his head down the whole time.
Well,
Oh,
I would have just fallen into my normal prayer routine at that point. And lost all.
By the way, this is a big because it is a yes or no. So you get a solid 20 points if you get this.
Okay. All right. Okay. Question before we begin. I have to, for this game of a sort of charades, I have to just say the word backwards phonetically. I can't say, all right, how many words it is or anything like that, right?
Well,
It's
two.
two
It'll
words,
be two.
right? Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be 2 words. Okay, that was going to be like, all right, it's 2 words, Burger. First word
And
is.
if you want to give him the amount of syllables, that's okay too.
Okay. Syllables total
I
is
think you
going to
got
be
this.
is 2 syllables. All right, so which is not going to help anybody. All right, here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Right over.
Esilf. Eight.
One more time.
Just one? All right.
All right, I'm going to change it. I was like, Ilf. It. Wow, this is so bad.
Man, that's harder than it seemed in my head.
Right?
I saw the word and I still don't know what you're saying.
I know.
Okay.
It's like Esilf. Ilf. It.
Time flies.
Oh!
Burger.
Oh man! Oh man! I'm
And it-
sorry you
But
were
that
just
was
over the
62 seconds.
limit.
You were
I
just
just-
over the time though. Sorry.
Ah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Take it.
You get
Take
the full
20
11 points.
I was about to buzzer your ass.
I knew what the second word. I thought the second word was lives
Yeah.
originally.
I was no help.
All right, that was impressive, man. All right.
Wait, how many
okay.
points did we get, Kevin?
A solid 20. That
Oh,
is
okay.
20
So now we're
solid
40.
points.
Good.
Woo,
Yeah, because
yay.
that one's tough. That's a tough one. So, all right. So we have Benny Jesuits up at 40, and we have Team Summit at 32. Going back to just some nice regular questions. All right. So Team Summit, you can pick between chemistry, video game history, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, and slang terms from the 1930s.
Should we keep going with video game history just to keep stealing it? So that
It's your call.
I think so. Let's
Pick
go
this
video game history again.
All right, video game history. In
Weak.
the classic game, oh wait, hold it. Okay. In the classic game Metroid, Samus Aran's identity as a female protagonist was revealed only if the player completed the game in a certain way. What was the time limit for the reveal in the original NES game? Was it under 10 minutes, under 2 hours, under 5 hours, under 30 minutes? All right, I'll give you the question one more time. In the classic
think I got
game
it.
Metroid, Samus Aran's identity as a female protagonist was revealed only if the player completed the game in a certain way. What was the time limit for the reveal in the original NES game? Was it A, under 10 minutes, B, under 2 hours, C, under 5 hours, or D, under 30 minutes?
I think it's 2 hours, right?
You know what? But so, so here's the thing. Later games, and I'm not sure about the first one, would have an ending with the full suit, with just the helmet off, and with the whole suit off. So just the helmet off would also reveal her gender as well. Now, my gut instinct was also 2 hours, but it could be the case where the 5 hour one took the helmet off, but not the rest of the suit. That the under 2 hours might be like.
Are you sure the NES did both levels, or
Yeah.
was it like?
No,
okay.
I'm not sure the NES did both levels.
I think the NES
I'm
had
not
one.
positive about that. If
I
you
don't
hear
think
me
they would've
typing
made-
something into Google, ignore that.
I don't think
No.
the NES would
To
have
be
had.
fair, I
separate-
didn't say that you couldn't Google answers, but that
Fair.
would be cheating. Yeah, you're not actually allowed
Right.
to do
Um,
that.
Okay.
My guess is that the NES wouldn't
I'm-
allocate
I say
assets for a separate helmet and a separate like body. So
No,
I think 2
I
hours.
think it did, but I still
Oh, shit.
let's just go with the B guess. I think that's a good guess.
Okay. Yeah, 2 hours.
So you're locking in on B, 2 hours.
Unless you tell us that we shouldn't.
That is out of my hands because that is the
Can we-
correct
can we-
answer. It is in fact B. Yes.
Nice.
All right.
So that's
So that's
10,
gonna be worth
right?
10 points. Yep. 10
Oops.
As
points.
soon as I heard Metroid, I was like,
42.
Justin Bailey. It's Justin Bailey. That's the answer. Justin Bailey.
What's interesting about that reveal, though, is that the instruction booklet for the original Metroid genders Samus as male throughout
Yeah.
the whole instruction booklet.
Yeah.
Calls her he. Yep.
Well,
Real Birdo situation.
They were committed to the bit.
Well, we're going to head on over to Team B Jesuits, and you can pick a question from chemistry, video game history, one question left in that category, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, and slang terms from the 1930s.
Burger, I like you picking again. Pick the category.
Well, let's close out video game history.
Yeah,
So
let's get rid of it.
Kevin doesn't say all the categories.
Mhm.
Yo, you suck.
Yep, that's true.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. I like it. All right. So jumping in the 1990 arcade game Smash TV, players fought through a futuristic game show setting. The game's core concept and setting were inspired by a popular 1987 sci-fi action movie. Which film was it? A, The Running Man, B, Blade Runner, C, RoboCop, or D, Total Recall? I'll give you that question again. In the 1990 arcade game Smash TV, players fought through a futuristic game show setting. This game's core concept and setting were inspired by a popular 1987 sci-fi action movie. Which film was it? A, The Running Man, B, Blade Runner, C, RoboCop, or D, Total Recall?
I have no idea. I never played Smash TV, Burger.
Really?
It's
Oh wow.
it's A, The Running Man.
It's a running.
So-
That's what my gut was, but I was like,
Though
Burger.
there is dialogue that kind of resembles RoboCop in it, but the game
That's
plays
true.
almost precisely like The Running Man.
Okay.
Yep.
I trust
That's
Burger.
locked in.
With
That's
my
locked
life.
in.
With my life locked in.
Wow. You trusted him with your life?
Absolutely.
Well, your trust is justified because that is the correct answer. The Running Man.
Should have
Excellent.
had Marathon Man be one of the guesses too.
That would
Just
be
to
a
muddy the water a little bit. Yeah.
wildly
Demolition
different
Man and then just-
different game.
Very. Does it say?
All right.
To Kevin's corner again.
Yeah. No. We only done one question, right? One
We've done
question each
two.
team.
Oh,
You've
one
done
question.
two?
We've no
Yeah,
one
one
question
each,
each.
one
One
each.
each. One
Yeah,
each.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
One each.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kevin's corner would have also been good. Actually, I think that might be better than Kev Dora's box. But we're sticking with Kev Dora's.
Sorry.
All right. So we're going in with you could pick a category there. Team Summit, chemistry, video game history, English literature, movies from the I'm sorry, video game history is off the table. I'm just used to reading the list. Movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, and slang terms from the 1930s.
I'm
Pick it
equally
this time.
dumb in all of these. What are you going for up top?
No, I'm going for you picking it. So I can
No.
blame you.
Nope.
Yeah,
This is
your
all you.
turn.
Sorry. This is when the teams turn against
Okay.
each other.
Fine, book boy. Let's do the literature one.
Ah, crap.
Literature. Okay.
Yes, please
We're
burn
going-
these questions.
We're going English literature. Okay.
All right.
I will burn my team to the ground to spite you, Caleb.
I can do that myself. You don't really. All right. Let's do it.
In Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales, which pilgrim tells the tale that is considered the first English work to use iambic pentameter?
Oh, shit.
Was it A, The Knight, B, The Wife of Bath, C, The Clerk, or D, The Miller? I'll give you that question again. In Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales, which pilgrim tells the tale that is considered the first English work to use iambic pentameter? A, The Knight, B, The Wife of Bath, C, The Clerk, or D, The Miller?
Take it, Burger.
My educated guess would be the Wife of Bath, because that's the only one that, if I remember correctly, it was taught standalone in like college courses and stuff, and there had to have been a reason why it was taught standalone. And so that's my guess.
I've got less than no idea. So unless there's a phone a friend option, we'll go with that.
I think we got to go with Wife of Bath. Yeah.
I mean, who would you phone out of curiosity?
Jeffrey
That's
Chalfant.
Yeah.
I see
Kevin,
you
you're my friend, right?
Ouija board.
The person who you phone, that's their only friend. Like, you are their only friend.
I'd like to use my seance a friend.
All right, so you're dialing in or locking in rather on the Wife of Bath.
It's the only.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that wife has been unfaithful to you. That is not the correct
Wah,
answer.
wah, wah. That's
It was
okay.
the knight. That is the correct answer.
Really took a bath
I was
on
going
that
to say
one.
night.
Yeah. Boo.
All right. That was a tough one. That's a tough one. If you haven't read the Canterbury Tales, that's a tough
Oh,
one.
I have, and I still didn't know it. So
I don't even know what iambic pentameter is, so.
Well, that I know.
Yeah, that one's okay. All right, so let's jump back to a team Bene Jesuits. You can pick between chemistry, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, and slang terms from the 1930s.
English literature. Burger said it.
Burger, what you feeling? Musicals?
You
Pop?
seemed excited about musicals.
Because it's musicals. I love musicals. Although Broadway, I'm not as strong with. So.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
There's
okay.
a difference.
Or not.
Okay, so you're going Broadway plays and musicals.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, they're just all Broadway. Okay. Just hopefully it's been made into a movie.
Uh-oh. That face doesn't look
Great.
good.
Great.
Which 1970 Broadway musical by Stephen Sondheim
Uh-huh.
tells the story of a young man named Charlie who is trying to figure out his life and features the song I'm Still Here? Is it A, Company, B, Follies, C, A Little Night Music, or D, Merrily We Roll Along? I'll give you that question again. Which 1970 Broadway musical by Stephen Sondheim tells the story of a young man named Charlie who is trying to figure out his life and features the song I'm Still Here? Is it A, Company, B, Follies, C, A Little Night Music, or D, Merrily We Roll Along?
I think it's C or D.
I feel like Merrily We Roll Along. That felt like.
I don't think it's A or B.
No, I don't think it's Company.
E, night.
Partial credit if you can sing I'm Still Here.
Honestly, I'd give you more than partial. That'd be fantastic.
You said Charlie, and I thought in my head, cheer up, Charlie. Freaking Willy Wonka.
Well, my mind went to Flowers for Algernon, so it was no better.
Oh,
It didn't turn out good for Charlie or Algernon, that one.
So our guts were C and D.
And you said you had a good feeling about D. So
Yeah, let's go with D.
let's get the D going.
Merrily We Roll Along.
All right, so you're locking that in on
Yeah.
D. Merrily we roll along.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you made a folly because the answer is follies.
Fuck.
Oh, how
Yeah.
about that?
But
Yes.
there is some good news. It's time to open Kevdora's box, which was a rousing fun time last time. All right. So starting with a team summit. Sorry, some of these get me. All right.
And he wrote them.
Well, I wrote them like 3 weeks ago, so these are a
What
surprise.
an
to me, too.
egomaniac. This thing I wrote is really funny.
No, I just didn't remember it. So this is great. Okay, so you are a band of 2 instruments.
Okay.
Using your vocal abilities to create the best improvised song you can. All right. So let's say mouth trumpet. All right.
Perfect.
So you guys are going to be 2 different musical instruments working in collaboration to create the best song you can. All right, let's say about a minute. I'll grade you on the quality of the song,
Mm-hmm.
the emotional tone of the song, if I can really resonate with it, as well as the vibrato that you bring to the song.
Top's avatar is really going to be able to express some great emotion with this. This is going to be great.
I have some advice for you guys. Why don't you start with the classic song "I'm Still Here" and work your way up from there.
And also, I think
Follies.
if we get a full 20 points on this, someone has to donate a lot of money. So
Yeah, for sure.
now if we don't get 20 points, it's kind of Kevin's fault.
Well, you'll get 20 points eventually. So
Snoot, you're right. I worded that incorrectly. Crap. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, genre.
on the
You want
count
to go
of
what? Black
three.
jazz. What do you want to do?
Let's do. I only know the
Do
mouth
harmonica
trumpet.
or drums? Okay,
Oh,
that's
you
fine.
do
You do
drums.
that. I'll do harmonica.
Okay.
I'll do drums.
Okay.
I'll do drums.
Okay. And wait, do the.
Okay. Tick, 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 tick. Is this the theme to Sanford and Sons?
I'm doing the mute thing in case you guys couldn't tell.
Right. Has it been a minute yet?
Yeah, that's probably good. That's
Thank
probably
you.
That was definitely the theme to a British sitcom from the late
Hey,
70s.
Listen.
Jazz isn't about the notes you play; it's about the notes you don't know how to play.
That's very true. You
That
know,
is
there's
the.
There's
I
a
gotta
couple
wipe
of
off my
things.
mic. Hold on.
First of all, the vibrato, incredible. All right, that's got you 5 points alone. Okay, one of the things that I thought was impressive is that Caleb was playing the harmonica but doing the hand gestures for the drums. I liked that a lot. That was kind of like keeping everybody in time and rhythm. So that gets you another 5 points. Okay, and frankly, man, that backbeat, and you referenced one of my favorite sitcoms, which is Sanford and Son, at one point in there. I gotta give you guys 15 points. I gotta give you 15 points on it. It was 15 points good.
15 plus
we
10,
gotta
that's
take them.
25. All right, great.
You guys have 57 points now. We have 50. Just FYI, because I know you can't see the score.
All right. Okay. All right. So now for Team Benezwit, okay, one teammate will describe the other's vision quest. Okay, the teammate will then interpret in a meaningful way what that vision quest means. I will grade on creativity and insight into the human experience. In other words, one of you shall describe what your vision quest is like, all right, what that experience was, and the other will then interpret that to us, the viewer. And I will grade both based off of creativity and insight into the human nature.
Okay. Do you want to tell me your vision quest, or do you want me to tell you and you interpret it?
How about you tell me and I'll interpret it? Because I got no vision in my quest.
Okay.
He goes, okay.
Honestly, I'm sitting on a computer
Okay.
screen talking to a man that is a cheeseburger. Like, I feel like I'm on a vision quest.
This is your vision quest.
And it means you're hungry.
Wow, that was less than a minute. That was pretty easy,
Yeah.
guys.
All right, sorry, Burger. You take us on a journey, man.
Okay. I see a flock of squirrels. They're called a flock, right? A group of squirrels. And I follow them. I follow them down a long highway. There's no one on the highway. There's no buildings as far as you can see. Barely a tree. It's like I'm in Arkansas. There's nothing anywhere on the sides of the road. And we walked for probably 25 miles. And then one of the squirrels starts to sing "I'm Still Here" from the Stephen Sondheim musical Follies. And then we're all hit by a Mack truck. So, what do you think that means?
I'm still here. Okay. So this means that the squirrels represent all of your friends, that you are together on this journey together with your French fries. You guys all have burger and fries. All your friends are going down the street, down the road, because you guys are all walking to the middle of nowhere because you're stuck and you have to find some place to eat. And so when you get hit by the Mack truck, it's because, boof, you found food and you're no longer hungry. Bam.
It was a delivery truck.
It was a delivery
Yeah,
truck.
there you go.
Exactly. And that's why you got smacked in the fucking face. Oh my God.
All
And
right,
you were
okay.
singing because you're happy. And who knows? I want to listen to this song afterwards because I have no idea what this fucking song is.
All right.
It's still there. Don't worry.
I gotta say, yeah, thank you. I gotta say, there was a lot there. I mean, first of all, the callback was fantastic. I think the interpretation was frankly, it was incredible. I mean, it made perfect sense. You're hungry, you get fed. You know, your journey is over until the next journey begins. It was beautiful. It was like the circle of life. You know, Hakuna Matata, something like that. Okay. The only thing is, all right, my man Burger over here, he threw the smackdown on Arkansas. He said Arkansas ain't got nothing in it. All right,
No.
That's a fine
The
state
roads
down
in
there
Arkansas.
I
The
said
roads.
when you drive down the highway,
Yes.
there's nothing on the side of the road.
Nothing.
There's not a
Regardless-
hill. There's not a tree.
Regardless, that's going to cost you 5 points. So the total there is going to be 15. 15 points on that one because that was pretty good.
What is that,
I don't think I've
65?
Yeah, man. Whew, between
You've
that
obviously
beautiful
never driven
music-
through Kansas, where I live, by the way.
Exactly.
No
Well,
hills. there.
Arkansas is only 1 hour away from.
Yeah, it's true. I was in Arkansas recently, and there were plenty of hills, at least in terms of my familiarity with hills. Anyway,
Nice. I like
Living
it.
in Kansas, you're really familiar.
yeah, it's exactly. I know what no hills looks like. So when there's slight elevation, I'm like, whoa.
This is crazy because I have a new pop-up category. It's topography of Kansas. It's really it's going to be.
I could do this. Well, to be fair, all of us could do this. This is
All right, so we're back Team Summit. All right, so you can pick between chemistry, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, and slang terms from the 1930s.
You really drove us astray with English lit
Yeah.
last time.
Well, that's because you wouldn't step up. So how about this time you step up?
I'll step up. Slang from the 30s.
Slang from the 30s.
Perfect.
Okay, all right.
Because you got your degree in this, like I got my degree in English literature. That's true and sad.
All right. In the 1930s, what did the term cat's meow refer to? Was it A, a person's vocal abilities, B, a fashionable or impressive thing, C, a type of dance, or D, a luxury car? Okay, I'm going to give you that question one more time. In the 1930s, what did the term cat's meow refer to? A, a person's vocal abilities, B, a fashionable or impressive thing, C, a type of dance, or D, a luxury car?
Of course,
Well,
it's
it's B,
B,
right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, B.
Locking that in.
We're locking in B.
That answer is the cat's meow.
It, in fact, is a fashionable or impressive thing, which is what you just did. Answer a question impressively and correctly, so that it will be worth the 10 points.
Woohoo!
Jumping back over to Team Bene Jesuit, you are able to pick from the categories chemistry, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, and slang terms from the 1930s.
Pop music burger?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't like that
Everybody
hesitation.
talking about.
Well, it's all going to depend on when it comes from.
Yeah. If it's anything recent, we're fucked. So
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
In the 2024 single. No, come on.
Oh my
Okay, all right. Which 1980s pop star's hit song, Boys Don't Cry, was one of the signature tracks of the band The Cure, marking a pivotal moment in the new wave and post-punk movement? Was it A. Robert Smith, B. Morrissey, C. Simon Le Bon, or D. Steven Tyler? I'll give you that question again. Which 1980s pop star's hit song Boys Don't Cry was one of the signature tracks of the band The Cure, marking a pivotal moment in the new wave and post-punk movement? Was it A. Robert Smith, B. Morrissey, C. Simon Le Bon, or D. Steven Tyler?
It's Robert Smith.
Okay.
I don't know. He said C with the Donkey Kong kind of like there. So you might.
Well, that's how you have to say Simon Le Bon's name. I mean,
Yeah.
you're legally required to do so.
It did. I had to sign some paperwork to say that. So you are straight away. You're going Robert Smith. Is that correct?
100%.
That is the correct answer. So I guess burgers won't cry.
Aw.
No.
Nah.
All right. I hate my own jokes. All right, moving back over to Team Summit. You've got chemistry, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, or slang terms from the 1930s.
Dare you to do ancient history.
You're up top.
Broadway
No
English
way.
literature.
I think we should do.
Now let's-
You pick what you want, but I think we should do slang because the more I'm realizing it is the only terms that have survived to the modern time that we know of are the questions he's asking. So like there's got to be only like 3 or 4. So
I mean, multiple choice carries so much of the load on
yeah, it does help.
these.
It does help.
All right, well, yeah,
I mean,
let's do
otherwise,
that. Let's do that.
We'd be 23 skidoo on this.
Of course, yeah, big time.
23 skibbity.
And by
Got
the
it.
way, the
Well, yeah,
points
well-
are 75 Team Bene Gesserit and 67 Team Summit.
I don't like that.
We
I
got
don't like
some
it.
catching up to do.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, let's
So
try
we-
the slang.
Let's do slang.
30s slang. Which of the following was a common 1930s slang term for a person who was highly skilled or talented at something? A cool cat. B, the bee's knees. C, hot shot. Or D, ace. All right. Which of the following was a common 1930s slang term for a person who was highly skilled or talented at something? Was it A, cool cat, B, bee's knees, C, hot shot, or D, ace?
It's got to be either ace or
Ace. Yeah,
it a-
I like ace. No, I
Yeah.
don't know if it is, but I like
Well,
that one the most.
it's either ace or what was like hot shot. But I feel like hot shot maybe a little later
Seems
than 30s.
newer. Yes.
Yeah.
Seems
I'd say
newer.
I feel like old noir films they'd call people ace all the time, and that feels like
Yeah.
in that general world, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. It feels of the time the most. Bee's
Feels
knees
of the
does too, but that doesn't seem to be the same
That
thing.
feels more of a 50s thing to me. I don't know. Maybe because
Think?
I'm thinking of the B-52s. That's probably why.
That's also not the 50s.
I know, but like has the word 50s
Yeah, but
in it, like
It's
52.
got
Yeah.
52 in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with ace, I think. Good guess at least.
Well, that answer is just aces. It is, in fact, correct. Or maybe
Yeah.
it's the bee's knees, however you want to look at it. All right. So that's worth 10 points, and that taps out our 1930s slang. So that is no longer available. So a team at Bene Gesserit, you could pick from chemistry, English literature, movies from the 80s, ancient history, pop music, Broadway plays and musicals, and that's it.
Burger, what should we pick?
You want to go
Chemistry.
back to the
Chemistry.
80s?
Yeah, let's do the 80s again. Movies, 80s, please.
Okay, all right, 80s.
That is ancient history.
Yeah, basically.
We're all avoiding ancient history like the plague.
That's also ancient history.
I know.
Yes.
Ah.
All right, so in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, 1989, Indiana's fear of snakes is explored in a flashback scene. Which actor plays young Indiana Jones in this sequence? Was it A, Christian Slater, B, River Phoenix, C, Kiefer Sutherland, or D, Sean Patrick Flannery? I'll give you that question
Sean
again.
Patrick Flannery.
In Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, 1989, Indiana's fears of snakes is explored in a flashback scene. Which actor plays young Indiana Jones in this sequence? Is it A, Christian Slater, B, River Phoenix, C, Kiefer Sutherland, or D, or Sean Patrick Flannery?
Do you
Troy
think he
Baker.
tried to like go before Christian Slater to try to like distract us? Because I feel
Yeah,
like that's what he tried to do.
No, I'm just sick. I'm just sick. I got a little cold.
He's just sick of Christian Slater.
He is sick of Christian Slater. Is
A
River
lot of
Phoenix,
people
yes,
are.
Burger?
It is River Phoenix.
I give it myself that many points.
Rapids Firebird.
That is correct. That's worth 10 points. Now,
Though it was sort of a trick
Ooh.
question
Oh yeah,
because there was a TV movie in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles
that is true.
that did star Sean Patrick Flannery.
That is true. That is true. But it did name the movie Last Crusade,
You did.
1989. Which I like that it says 1989 because I thought that was the 90s. So I'm great. It's good. It's just under the radar of the 80s. So here we go. I believe that's time to open Kev Dora's box.
Yeah.
And it looks like
I
this
wish you
may
wouldn't.
be the last thing that we do. So let's make it good.
Ever.
This could decide. This could decide.
Winner,
um,
take all.
All right.
your scores. Okay. So, Team Summit, you know how the Germans have great expressions to encapsulate human feelings and experiences like Schadenfreude, the pleasure derived from someone else's misfortune?
Sure.
Well, I'm going to give you a feeling / experience, and I want you to create an English language word or phrase
Oh yeah.
to capture that feeling or experience. You'll have about a minute to discuss,
Easy.
and it'll be worth 5 to 20 points.
Oh, easy. We got this.
Okay. You
Yep,
ready?
I'm
gonna give you
confident.
the- I'm gonna give it to you. Okay.
Mhm.
The feeling is the exhaustion from caring too much. It's the kind of tiredness you feel when you're emotionally invested in something or someone to the point where it feels draining, even though you're not physically worn out. And a minute starts now.
Think it's something with exhaustion, right?
Yeah.
Like
That'd be the English term, yeah.
like happiness
Like-
exhaustion. Like can you portmanteau that and be like,
Well as Dryden.
ooh, well as Dryden is really good. We might have already landed on it, dude.
I mean, take it if you like, but
I love
come
it.
up with a
I
better one, I'll
don't
go
care
with
if
it.
Kevin is a bad host and gives us less than 20 points. I think it's amazing. So I think well is Dryden.
0 points. No
Damn
points.
it.
I know you can only get 5.
Negative 20 points.
I already said I
We were
don't care.
promised 5 points.
I
What was-
like
what-
well as Dryden.
Well is Dryden. I
Like the well is dry.
I really like it. I like the
Great.
the tone of it, the poetic nature of it. What I don't like is it does sound vaguely German. It does sound vaguely German, and the assignment was to make it as English as possible.
English is derived from so many
It's that's fair. That's fair.
languages, right?
Now we're back on ancient history.
But I'm gonna give you 15 points. 15 points on
No.
that one.
I'll do it.
We will
I
take
liked
I'm
it,
happy
though.
with that. I think that was beautiful. Top. Beautiful. I would have given you top 20 points, personally.
Well, thank you.
Boy, my well is Drydened. Something like that.
He doesn't care anymore.
All right.
He's giving up on us.
Oh, I'm nervous.
So bringing it home for us, Team Bene Jesuit, you're gonna do a TED Talk. All right. So without discussing it beforehand, your team is going to give an approximately 1 to 2 minute TED Talk. The topic cannot be decided on beforehand. Whoever starts talking chooses the topic, and you'll go back and forth as you see fit on a TED Talk of any topic that you choose, or the first person that speaks chooses. I will start the timer whenever someone elects to start.
So today we're going to talk about the value and the absolute need to have a really good lipstick. And this is not only just a regular lipstick. I have been dying to share this with people because this is a lipstick that will stimulate and numb your lips in order to...
Whoa.
What, Burger? What does this lipstick do?
Well, here at, I've worked for Plump Truck for many years, making many different lipsticks. And our main goal has always been a lipstick that will hold up to the left Twix just as well as it does to eating the right Twix.
See, that's very important in life.
It's taken years. But
Very
we guarantee you that if you're going to eat both Twix, which you should, no one eats one Twix, then it should be wearing a Plump Truck brand lip balm or lipstick.
Absolutely. You're going to get through those Twix. And I will even double it for you. If you're an animal who eats both Twix at the same time, it'll still work for you. It'll still work. But you're an animal.
But it'll feel wrong.
It will.
Like it should.
Excellent. That was a incredible TED Talk. I have to be perfectly honest with you.
Where can I buy this stuff at?
I appreciate it. I got to watch real time. You find the inspiration in front of you, which was incredible, and then move with it. I honestly, I would give it 20 points. I would, except for Burger said nobody eats but one Twix, and I'm on a diet, and so I'm trying to just eat even half a Twix. Okay, I'm trying to exercise that self-control. So you know what? I think both teams. I just wanted you guys to have fun, so I'm just gonna give you guys 7 points.
Oh, that makes it a tie, you guys. I know math. That makes it a tie.
He just figured it out.
I got it. Is one of these categories elementary math? Because I think I just got.
I am buzzing you, Kevin. Buzz.
Well, before we wrap it up, I want to say first of all, thank you for being here, Team Bene Jesuit, as well as Team Summit. You guys were amazing, incredible, smart, talented, funny, a ton of great things. Everybody else out there, make sure to jump on and make those donations and keep watching the live stream. Take a little pause for the cause we got here and clickety-click and make that donation and just have a great rest of your evening. And thank you guys so much.
All right.
Great job, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone.
Absolutely.
Now we get this awkward, fun moment. I'm going to stop the stream now. Bye-bye.
Bye.